This is a preview of our Generative AI Masterclass, where we describe what models are and how they work.
So, what are we talking about when we say a model? What is a model? When we're so I have in front of us here a scatter plot. We probably recognize this kind of thing from secondary school, from high school, and we see this is just an arbitrary. It's not important what this is. It happens to be a scatter plot of happiness over income. And we can see that there's these dots that are the individual people that were surveyed about how happy they were and their income along the bottom axis. And then on this scatter plot, we have a line. This line is a regression. The line's job is to kind of approximate for me what's going on with the data. This line is a model. This line is not an AI model, but it is a model. And when we say AI model, at a fundamental level, we are talking about the same thing as what this line is doing. Our AI models are much more complex. There are thousands of dimensions. There are billions of parameters. But ultimately, this is what a model is. Now, what's the difference with generative AI? We're talking about generative AI here. What does that word mean? It means that the only job of this line here is to explain to me what's going on with the data. It's supposed to tell me at a high level what's going on with all these dots. With generative AI, we're using this line to create new dots. We're using it to approximate where new dots might lie and create synthetic data. But even though this is perhaps factually correct, I'm not sure that this gets us all the way to what we're dealing with here in terms of a high level framework. You hear a lot of people, kind of less and less, but definitely in the last year or so, saying, oh, it's just statistics. It's just fancy autocomplete. You know, that's all it is. It's just predicting the next token. I think that this is kind of similar to looking at a nuclear explosion and saying, well, it's just a big fire. In that, one, you're not wrong, but two, that's not helpful. um, so how do we think about this? I think one way to put this that I think is useful is that we can think of an AI model as a kind of map of language. And I'm actually going to change my screen share here to navigate to another tab. And the reason why I think this is useful is because it is in many ways literally true. This is a website, TensorFlow Projector, where we can look at what is actually a much smaller language model. So this is a language model called Word2Vec. It's a bit older. I think it's from, you know, back in the deep dark ages of 2016 or something like that. It's displayed here. The original model is 200 dimensions, but displayed here in 3 dimensions, which allows us to understand it. And essentially, words that are close to each other, or words that occur frequently together, are close to each other, and ones that are farther from each other are words that are less similar in meaning, and they approximate that by whether the words frequently occur together.
This was just a taster of the upskilling you will receive at our Generative AI Masterclass, a 3-week synchronous course where you will learn all about integrating generative AI into your workflow. You will build real Gen AI applications without requiring any previous coding experience. The class also comes with an unlimited one-on-one consultations with an instructor to help you build applications for your specific context. Check out the link in the description to learn more about the course.